And there he goes.
What do you call that? Fucking niggas hoes, you mad texting in all caps, deep all day.
When I was at the barber shop the other day and I ran into Blake, I asked him if he knew anything about his opponent, Stacy Winters, and he said, nah, that was it.
Doesn't know a thing, doesn't care. Well, fighting out of Nice Guys submission fighting in Evansville, Indiana, Henderson, Kentucky, Evansville, Indiana area. I know it's an excellent gym. They've had UFC talent. Stacy Winters lost his debut in Future of Fighting. It was an absolute war, back and forth fight. Both guys left it all on their shield, and he's got awesome footwork. He's a really, really prolific striker. Throws flashy techniques. He's got the submission background as well. And he said the biggest thing for him in this fight is he's not cutting down to 145 anymore. He said that drained him so much in his last fight. He just feels like a new person now.
We look at the tail of the tape there, we see that there's nearly 10 pounds between them, if that's accurate.
I want to say that's a misprint. Okay. I believe Blake told me he was at 155 as well now and felt a little more comfortable there.
Gotcha.
Easier cut. But Stacy Winters, he is not to be messed with. He is he's a heck of a fighter. Really, really talented guy. Blake Alvey fighting out of Area 502 and 5 Star Boxing. He wants to give a big shout out to Coach Aaron Shekels and 5 Star Boxing. He feels like his hands have made a ton of development since his last fight. And Brandon, his last fight was 8 months ago. He's had 2 fights fall out. He hasn't stopped training. He's got a 5-3 record, but man, he has fought a really difficult group of people. He picked up a win in the LFA. We think he's got a really bright future, and he's our main event tonight. Shout outs to his sponsors, Uppercuts Barbershop, Patrick Carter Tattoos, and Gary Muncie Muscular Therapy. I am looking forward to this one. What do you think about Mr. Blake Alvey?
He is obviously a crowd favorite, and that is for a reason. He shows up to fight every single time he steps in the cage. Whether he comes out with a victory or not, he lays his heart out there every time, and I cannot respect a fighter more than that.
Absolutely. I'm excited for the future. When you talk to this kid, he's got like an old-time fighter feel to his personality, and we kind of miss that a little bit in today's MMA. And he's got that Chuck Liddell type of walk to his step.
Yeah, you know, and I think that's why Blake and I click pretty well. Because I come from the old school, you know what I mean? And, you know, Blake has all the tools necessary to become the MMA fighter that he sees in his future.
He does. I will tell you this, though. I do believe he has his hands full tonight. I don't think this is the 1-1 record for Stacy Winters. I don't think it tells the story. I think he's super talented. And if Blake Alvey is able to come out and walk through Stacy Winters, I think it's time for the next step, maybe going pro.
Well, I can tell you right now, Stacy Winters has not taken his eyes off of Blake Alvey since he has stepped out from behind that curtain. So that tells me that Stacy Winters is focused.
He is. He said he watched a ton of film.
Nice.
He just didn't say what film.
The Salamander.
The Salamander Winters. You'll see why with his style. I can't even hear. It is ruckus in this arena. Our main event, Blake Alvey versus Stacy Winters, Area 502 MMA versus Nice Guys submission fighting. I am so excited for this.
Here we go, the start of round 1.
Winters circling on the outside. Real quick, shout out to Stacy Winters, sponsor Wind Supply of Evansville. Thank you so much. Nice roundhouse kick. Blocked, but pretty technique.
This crowd went from deafening to being able to hear a pin drop.
Yes, it's like it went from a UFC event to a Pride event in 2.5 seconds.
Oh,
big
and Blake
left hand.
gets dropped by a hard
Big
left hand.
It was a check hook, weirdly off the wrong side. Rear foot back, so a little bit of a bolo cross per se,
yeah.
But he landed it right on the jawline.
I'll tell you, that is definitely going to get Alvey's attention.
And it looked like that landed to the cup.
Yeah, it looks like Winters going to complain about it. He could take up to 5 minutes to recover here.
He can. Alvey clearing the cobwebs maybe a little bit. I know it was just a flash knockdown, but you never know how you're feeling.
Yeah, and for every second that Winters takes is another second that Alvey gets to recover. But Stacy may need to recover himself here.
Yeah, you got to take it serious. And ladies and gentlemen, I didn't clarify this before. This is not a title fight,
nope.
Although it is our main event. 3-3-minute rounds here.
Correct.
So we are in the home stretch of what has been a fantastic future of Fighting Six. I've been so thankful to be a part of it. Fun
Absolutely.
night.
Starting the action back up.
Nice inside leg kick.
Yep. I always felt like that was a little underutilized whenever you've got Orthodox versus Southpaw.
Here's one thing I'm seeing with Blake. Blake cannot come inside without leading with shots. He's coming in with his head movement, and that's a dangerous game against a guy that swings like this. Nice.
Oh, man. Oh, Alvey gets struck again.
Alvey's going to need a takedown here. Alvey's showing a heck of a chin, but he's eaten 3 very significant strikes. Nice inside leg kick by Winters.
Shots that probably would have folded most people. There he is making his closing the distance,
the
making his
double
attempt
leg
to take
is
down.
there. Is he going to be able to get it? Good takedown defense. Good way to stand back up. I like the scramble game here for Alvey.
Man,
beautiful knee.
Both of those guys had to spend some gas to stand right back up like that.
They did super technical exchanges, both in striking and in our grappling. You can see why this is our main event. Oof, big speed advantage it seems so far for Stacy Winters. Nice shots. Oh, Blake ate another one. I do think he's at his best when he is flurrying, though. In and out, quick shots.
But he's going to have to protect himself during those flurries because a counter can come at any moment.
Yeah, the right hand's dropping just a little bit.
And there's a big cross.
Good head movement. Nice right hand. Blake is getting off, throwing bombs. A nice body kick. Wow.
There's the flurry you were talking about.
That is what he needs.
That has to be the end of the round. There we go.
It.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
The timer in my head was going off. I was like, where's the bell?
Yes, sir.
There we go, man. Wow.
What a round.
Here's the replay here. Good movement out of both of these fighters. Both willing to lay it out right here in front of everybody because these guys are throwing leather.
Yeah, you know, Brandon, Your thoughts? I know Alvey had a beautiful exchange and landed some significant strikes at the end. Do you think that's enough to steal the round?
You know, man, I definitely don't want to be a judge on this round because, I mean, we saw Winters drop Blake more than once with a strike.
I think that automatically leans the round to Stacy Winters. He really fought a great round.
He did. And Blake, I mean, he was coming out, I mean, all guns blazing. He was firing on all cylinders right there towards the end of the round. It could have been enough to sway the judges into his. I mean, there's no telling. With a round like this, it really can go either way.
Yep. Blake didn't come here to lose, and you see that when he's eating these shots. And yes, he's been dropped and stumbled, but he's eaten some other shots that he bit down on the mouthpiece and hit back. So made for an excellent first round. I am excited for round two, and here we go.
Oh, that was a hard leg kick landed there.
Yes, it was. Blake needs to be in or am so excited for this.
The final 3 minutes of Future of Fighting 6.
All right. Beautiful shots. And in on the double, which is what he wanted all along. Now, Stacy Winters, no slouch on the ground. Blake Alvey's got to respect that. But this is where Blake Alvey shines.
Good movement. He popped right back up. He was not able to keep Winters on the floor.
Both guys are tired, and he's slippery. Both guys are slippery. You know how it is. It's hard to hold somebody down this late.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful body shots. Oh, big 5-shot combination. Eight shots.
Blake Alvey now turning it on. All gas, no brakes.
It's going to be over here, I think.
Winters now looking like this damage is taking its toll.
It is
and
over.
There's the referee.
Blake Alvey.
Blake Alvey takes home the victory tonight. Wow. Wow. Out of our seats here at the commentary booth for that finish.
Unbelievable.
What an exciting finish to our card.
For 30 seconds straight. And you know what? Stacy Winters falls to 1 and 2. That guy, can he get a couple matchups? My goodness, he is unbelievably talented.
Absolutely.
Blake Alvey with as much heart as I've ever seen in MMA. Definitely amateur MMA. That was so awesome.
Man. What an amazing event we've had here at Future of Fighting 6. Blake Alvey taking home the victory against Stacy Winters. And we are going to send my man Dan in. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for tuning in for another great night of fights here at Future of Fighting 6. We look forward to seeing you again for Future of Fighting 7. I am Brandon Bishop signing off for my partner Daniel Farmer. Thank you very much, and we will see you again at Future of Fighting 7.